Lord created the sky and the firmament. Boom! And that ain't word. So like the light was doing the light thing, and then the sky was doing the sky thing, and then the firmament. Anybody know what firmament is? Yeah. Let me let y'all in on a little secret. My mama paid for me to go to 13 years of Catholic school. Kindergarten to 12. I went to a Catholic university. I'm a certified elementary school teacher. I went to Catholic seminary, got a master's in divinity. Went to a Catholic graduate school at the same time and got another master's in theology. I done read the Bible back and front. I done wrote about the creation story over and over again. I done preached this in all different countries. And I still don't know what firmament is. But whatever it was the potential from which everything else came into being. And so at the end of the second day, the Lord looked upon the light, the sky, and the firmament, and he said, this show is good. Well, that was the second day. On the third day when the Lord got up, oh man, this hall was filled with lovely, some light, sky, and the firmament, but he realized there was one small problem. It don't do nothing. The light like, dude, I'm light. That's what I do light. The sky was like, hey. The firmament was like, sir. So the Lord decided that on the third day he might create something that just might do something. So on the third day the Lord created the dry earth, and sea vegetation. Boom! And that ain't word. So like the mountain doing the mountain thing, and the trees doing the trees thing, and the grass doing the grass thing, and at the end of the third day the Lord looked upon the light, sky, the firmament, the dry earth, sea vegetation, and he said, this show is good. Well, that was the third day. Well, on the fourth day when the Lord got up, oh man, his heart was filled with love. He loved some light, sky, from the dry earth, sea vegetation. But he realized there was one small problem. You see, all this green stuff he had made, it didn't know when it was supposed to grow or not grow. So the Lord decided that he would have to create a system that could tell it when to grow. And so the Lord reached up into the sky, and he grabbed that great big thing he called the light. He made a great big giant fiery ball, threw it in the air, and he called it the what? The sun. Good answer. Yesterday, man, she got it wrong. This girl, I'm like, she wasn't ready for no pop quiz, you know what I mean? Good answer. Well, your teacher's going to be so proud. That's our boy. All right. then she took another piece. He took another piece, balled it up and threw it on the dark side. He called it the what? The moon. Boy, you cheated off his test. Then he took a bunch of pieces, chopped them up, threw them in there, called them the what? Stars. Boom! And that ain't word. So at the end of the fourth day, the Lord looked upon the light, sky, the firmament, dry earth, sea, vegetation, sun, moon, stars, and he said, this show is good. But that was the fourth day. Well, on the fifth day, the Lord got up, and oh man, his heart was filled with love. He loved some light, sky, firmament, dry earth, sea, vegetation, sun, moon, stars. There was one small problem. It don't do nothing. Dude, you ever tried to play ball with a tree? Check it out. After a while, it's going to get boring for most of us. But the Lord decided that on the fifth day, he would create something that just might do something. So on the fifth day, the Lord created birds in the air and fish in the water. Boom! And that ain't word. So the birds are doing the left, birds doing the left, fish the Lord looked upon the light, sky, the firmament, dry earth, sea, vegetation, sun, moon, stars, birds in the air, fish in the water, and he said, this show is good. Well, that was the fifth day. Well, on the sixth day when the Lord got up, oh man, his heart was filled with love, because he loved some light, sky, firmament, dry earth, sea, vegetation, sun, moon, stars, birds in the air, fish in the water, but there was one small problem. You see, on 1/3 of this thing he called the earth, that would be the dry land. On 1/3 of this thing he called the earth, there wasn't anything living. So the Lord decided what he needed to do was to create something that could live on the dry land. So on the beginning of the sixth day, the Lord created animals on the earth and creepy things that live in trees. Boom! And that elephant thing, and the sheep was doing the sheep thing, and the goat was doing the goat thing, and the monkey doing the monkey. I ain't gonna name all of them. I got a lot of them. But at the end, at the middle of the sixth day, the Lord looked upon the light, the sky, the firmament, dry earth, earthly vegetation, sun, moon, stars, birds, and the air, fish, and water, animals, every creeping thing, trees, and he said, I ain't done yet. Do you know about midway through the morning of the sixth day, the Lord looked upon all the things he had made, and his heart was filled with love. But he realized there was one big problem. You see, the problem was, as much as he loved the things he had created, none of them had the ability to love him back. And all the Lord wanted was a creature that could freely choose to love him back. And so, as the African-American poet James Weldon Johnson described it, the Lord stepped down out of space. And he knelt down beside a river like a mammy kneeling over a baby, and he scooped up a hand of clay. And from that clay he fashioned a new being and breathed into him the breath of life. And they called him the Adam. Boom! Whoomp Dere It Is. And there he was, Adam, standing there in all his glory. He was butt naked by the river. Adam. And when the Lord looked at Adam, he said, Adam, you the man. Adam's like, dude, I'm the man. He said, you know what, Adam? You got dominion over the whole earth. Adam's like, dude, I got dominion. He said, you know what, Adam? Whatever name you give stuff, that's going to be his name. And Adam's like, dude, I got names. He said, all right, Adam, what's that? And Adam looked over and he saw this big, fat, great thing with a long nose. Adam said, Lord, that looked like an elephant to me. And the Lord said, you know what, Adam? That's an elephant. Then he saw another thing with a long neck eating leaves at the top of the tree. He said, Adam, what's that? And Adam said, Lord, that looked like a giraffe to me. The Lord said, you know what, Adam? That's a giraffe. Then he saw another fat, great thing with a horn on his nose. He said, Adam, what's that? Adam said, Lord, that looked like a rhinoceros to me. The Lord said, well, you know, Adam, that's a rhinoceros. Then he saw this thing, looked like a combination between an elephant and a rhino. The Lord said, Adam, what's that? He said, elephant and a rhino, elephant. Okay. So the Lord went, you know, Adam, go have a good time. And Adam headed up, man, Adam was living a life. He was just enjoying this dominion over the earth thing, because, you know, dominion don't mean dominance. Dominance is when you abuse it. Dominion is when you enjoy everything God has given you. Adam was just loving it. Till about midway through the afternoon of the sixth day, when Adam realized there was one big problem. So Adam went up to heaven and he was like, excuse me, Lord. Could a brother talk to you a minute? And the Lord was like, Adam, that's his talking in a deeper voice. Adam, is there a problem, son? Adam's like, no, Lord, don't get me wrong. You know, I ain't want to complain. You know, I ain't got no job. I don't have to go to school. I'm doing all right. But look at here. Every night, I see Mr. and Mrs. Elephant go home. Lord, every night, I see Mr. and Mrs. Giraffe go home. Lord, even the rhinoceros got somebody. You think you could just hook a brother up? And the Lord was like, Adam, are you sure you know what you're asking for? He said, boy, why don't you just go to sleep? Well, they say that in order to create this new creature out of the very same substance, the Lord reached down inside of Adam and he pulled out a rib. And from that rib he fashioned a new being. And they breathed into her the breath of life. And they called her Eve. Boom! Whoomp Dere It Is. And there she was, Eve, standing there in all her glory. And when they woke Adam up, that's how she got her name. Because when Adam opened his eyes, the first thing he said was, Whoa, man. Yeah, I get it. Whoa, man. Whoa, man. Okay. So Adam jumped up and said, Lord, you the man, Lord. You the man. The Lord said, well, y'all gonna have a good time. And Adam and Eve headed out at the end of the 6th day. And at the end of the 6th day, the Lord looked upon the light scattered from the dry earth, earth, sea, vegetation, sun, moon, stars, birds in the air, fish in the water, animals, very creeping in the trees, man and woman, and he said, this show is very good. Do you know at the end of the 6th day of creation, when the Lord looked upon all he had made, and realizing that in making Adam and then ultimately making Eve, who would be the peak of creation since nothing greater would be created after her, the Lord not only declared that we were good, but he declared that we were very good. And then on the 7th day, the Lord got up. And by the 7th day, the Lord realized that Adam and Eve was already teenagers. So the brother knew he wasn't going to never rest again. So he took the 7th day off. And then on the 8th day, the Lord went looking for his 2 kids. He was like, Adam, Eve, where y'all at? And I'm like, girl, you think he could see us behind this tree? She like, dummy, he made the tree. And I'm like, Lord, we right here. And the Lord's like, well, what are you doing? He said, we hiding. The Lord's like, Adam, you're hiding. Why are you hiding? He said, because we naked. The Lord's like, you're naked? How do you know you were naked? And Adam said, Lord, remember when you asked me if I knew what I was asking for? You ain't tell me that girl could cook. Oh, Lord, Lord, Lord. Last night, that girl made a meal that was serious. Woo, it was so good. Woo. Huh? What you mean? Where did we get the food? From the tree? Yeah, that tree. Huh? The Lord looked at Adam and he said, when I created you, I gave you dominion over this earth. And I told you that everything here was for you to enjoy. Everything, Adam, everything. Except for one tree. All I wanted was one tree, Adam. I gave you the whole earth. Every tree on the earth was yours. But you had to go put your hands on my tree. You had to go touch what you wasn't supposed to touch. You put your hands on a tree that would be later known as the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. So let me tell you how this works. You can't live by the rules in my house. You about to get out. And the Lord put us out the garden. And we've been trying hard to get back in ever since. Boom! Whoop, there it is. That's the creation story. Y'all clap so I can enjoy some creation.